Hello. Hi Aria, hi Marie and Chloe. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Emma, hi Angela, hi Monalina, Bronnie, good evening. Hi Julie and Amy, hi Anne, hi James. Hello, hello, hello. Hi Alina and Linda. Oh, Linda, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Hi Joanna, hi Ord. Hello. How is everybody? Are we okay? Hello, it's Friday night. Love the ceiling. Thank you. So the ceiling has been my labour of love, and it's not done. As you can see, I've got this section to do, but I was not going to get it done in time for tonight's live. So yeah, hopefully, potentially for Sunday's live, it will be finished. But it's taken a little while to do. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it will look good when it's fully complete. But how is everybody? Are we okay? Have you had a good week? I said to Aaron yesterday, I was like, I'm so looking forward to the weekend. We don't have many plans this weekend, but I just feel, I don't know, I feel like I need some family time, I think. It's one of those weeks. It's getting cold, getting dark, getting tired. Yeah, I'm tired. Right, so today, let's do all the updates. So, the new stock on the website is still in the new in section. That will be getting moved out of the new in section next week, and obviously dispersed across the website to the correct sections. The Black Friday sale for supporters is live now, and it goes live to everybody else on Monday. There are still a few items which have to come off the main site, but yeah, come after the live on Sunday. I'll get that sorted, so Monday it can all go live for everyone. Thank you, everybody. We still have the goodie bags, we still have the picky pearls, all of our oysters are available, and we have the Christmas oysters as well. The sparkly board, there's nothing going on with that just yet, but the sparkly board is getting prepared, shall we say, ready for something coming along. Loving my hair. Oh, bless you, thank you. I literally just needed to whack it up and out the way. Sue, bless you, thank you for the stars. I am Sophie, I completely understand. It's been a long week. So if you have ordered, hopefully you can see the order list that's on the page. And if you would like to order, you can be added on for the order list today. Thank you very much, Bab. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Like I say, the ceiling is going to be going along that way. It's just I haven't, I've run out of time because it's a labour of love. It takes a little bit of a while to get that all situated in the correct place. But shall we get started for today, and then we'll carry on as we go. There was something else I wanted to say, but it will come to me. So up first today is Yvonne Hughes. Yvonne, are you here? Oh, I remember, I was meant to take my medication. So sorry, I brought it in here so I could take it just before the live, and I completely forgot. So I'm just going to take it. I'm so sorry. There we go. Sorry. Yvonne, hello, hello, hello. So, Yvonne, my lovely, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Thank you, Sharon. I'm hoping that the ceiling won't just be for Christmas. I'm hoping once it's done, it can sort of stay with us throughout. And then we can just like accessorize with stuff like this for Christmas and bits. We'll wait and see, but yeah, that's the plan. That hopefully, because with all my thinking is, with all the baubles and stuff, they're round like pearls, so it's like a sea of pearls. Yeah, I'm just very. It's just, yeah. Hopefully it will stay. Ceiling is for life, not just for Christmas. Exactly. Which is why I need to carry it on. Oh, Lisa Marie, you're very, very welcome. It's not tinsel, no. Was it a pearly one? Was it not a pearly one? Yvonne, no, on this one, my lovely. I mean, would you like me to tell you what's on there? But it's 2 oyster openings, although you can have the picky pearl instead of the oyster if you would like to. Would you like me to say what's on the order? Deanna, bless you. Thank you for the stars, my lovely. Oh, I've got such an itchy on the end of my nose. I'm just going to... Actually, I haven't touched any oysters yet. It's just literally on the end of my nose. Oh, no, don't be sorry. So you've got 2 altogether. So would you like to have 2 picky pearls instead of the oyster openings? That's absolutely fine. We've got lots made up and ready. Just confirm for me though. So 2 of these instead of the 2 oysters. Sharon, bless you. Thank you for the stars as well. Yes, please. No, don't be sorry at all. Nothing to be sorry about. These are an option instead of oyster openings. You can choose these to have instead of the oyster opening. So it's absolutely fine. That option is there. I don't know if it will be staying for a long time, but definitely while the goodie bags are here, it's definitely an option to have. So I've pulled out your 2 bags here. So the camera's slightly different again today. I might have to move it up a bit, but let's go down so you can have a look at your pearls. I think I'm going to have to move it up. I can already see. It's very, I think it needs to be up and down. Let me ask Aaron to come. So let me get your pearls open and then we'll go through them for you, Yvonne. Okay, so it's not going to want to focus again. There we go. So with your first one, you've got purple, black and pink. And then you've got coral, purple and pinkle. So with this first one, you get to pick 2 of these pearls. So if I move it to this side, you've got purple, black and pink. Which 2 would you like to keep? You're very welcome, Deanna. I'm glad you're happy. Purple, black and pink. Which two would you like to keep? Purple and pink. Perfect. I'll just take the black away. With the next set, you've got coral, purple and purple. So purple is a purple and pink. So again, I'll need to know which two you would like to keep. If I just pull it out slightly, you can see that you've already kept the purple and the pink. So from these ones, again, which two would you like to keep? Coral, purple or purple? You're very welcome, Julie. I'm glad you're happy. Coral and purple. Okay, I'm going to take the purple away. However, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to take this one away. There's nothing else in the swap pot at the moment. So if that's not right, do let me know. So you've got two purples, a coral and a pink. Now I'm going to measure these for you, Yvonne, and I'm going to need to know which colours you'd like on which item, if that's okay. So if I run them through the board for you, your purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. So, are you happy with those, Yvonne? And if so, which colours would you like where? Lorna, I'm glad you're happy. It sounds like lots of people got their orders today. Oh, there was a postal run. Ah, yes. Sorry, with Kia here as well. Either of us can take the postal run down. So yeah, which is brilliant. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments there. Can you have purple and coral on the charms, please? Of course you can. Let me bring you back up. Do you mind which one goes on which one, if that makes sense? Which colour on which charm, or don't you mind? The camera view for the Oyster camera is normally slightly higher looking down. Now, because we've got a different camera, because the Oyster camera used to freeze or stutter a lot when we went down, so I figured it could be the camera. Now, touch wood, we seem to be having a better situation now. We have changed Oyster cameras, however the view is more along than looking down. Now, if we do need it to be looking down, if it does end up that that's the best view, I will be able to make a stand or something to lift up this camera. But so yeah, just feedback, give me feedback, let me know what it's like. So if I need to make a stand, we can make a stand, that's not an issue. But at the moment it is, like I say, it's quite slightly lower. So we'll see what happens. But if it's bad angles, let me know. Yvonne, perfect. Okay, so purple and coral on here. Yvonne, my lovely, I hope then you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's all safe up there for you, my lovely. Okay, no, you're very, very welcome. And up next this evening is Katie Moore. Katie, are you here? Katie. Hello, my lovely. Katie, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And again, like I say, the picky pearl is an oyster option. I know it's not opening the oyster, but you can have that instead of the oyster opening if anyone would like to. But all oysters are available as well. It's for your daughter and she's wanting a purple colour, so what oyster would be best for that? Also donate the shells. I would say either the mystery or the expand the rainbow. Now because purple is one of our rarer colours, excuse me, I'm just trying to think which one. I think we've seen it come out of the mystery more than the expand the rainbow. So that's going to be up to you, either or, mystery or expand the rainbow. I think it's come out the mystery more, but that's going to be your choice on which one you'd like. So I'm just moving my footrest a little bit closer. Yep, there is space available. If you would like to order, you can be booked in for tonight. I'll do an updated order list once we get to the end of the current order list, okay? Can you have a mystery oyster? Of course you can. Okay, so let me dive in here for you. And let's get him open. And let's go down. So your mystery oyster, you have a lighter, softer pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And let's have a squidge in here. Oh, you do have a pink coloured pearl. And there's no more in that one. So if we just have a closer look at this pink, I'm gonna say, hang on, let me dry him up and then I can have a close look at the colour as well. Yeah, he is more of a pinkle than a purple. Now the colours with the difference is the pinkle, which is this one, is pink with a slight purple overtone, and the purple is slightly more purple with the pink overtone. So you can see here, this is pink, but he does have a slight purple overtone to him. So it's completely up to you. What do you guys think to this one? If you're happy with this one, you can keep him. If you're not happy, we can swap him for you. If I run him through the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. What do you think to that one? She says she wants to keep that colour. Perfect. Happy 6-year-old. Oh, perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy with that one. It is yours. And Katie, I hope you're happy as well. I'm just popping it on here for you. Thank you both for the donations with your shells. That's going to make some children very happy getting those. So I hope you'll both be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. That's right, Sue. Thank you for popping that there. Thank you, Sophie. No, you're very, very welcome, Katie. Okay, up next then this evening is Bronnie Van Leer. Bronnie, are you here? Hello, Bronnie. You've got one opening altogether. Can you have a Christmas oyster, hoping for sea green, and donate your shells? So this is the Christmas oyster bag. Sea green and donate the shells. Okay, so let's get him open. And let's go down. So your Christmas oyster, you have a light pop there. Oh, Angela, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Okay, so Bronnie, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, you have a icy blue. Oh, did you see that? It ran that way. If I bring it back into camera view. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me dry this one up for you and we'll have a closer look at him. Now he is a slightly two-tonal icy blue. So let me see if I can get him shown on the board so you can have a closer look. Now you did say you was hoping for sea green. So if you're not happy with this one, we can swap him for you. It's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. So as you can see as we go around here, he does have these slight darker blue areas to him. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And he's lovely, but you need a sea green. That's not a problem. Can you confirm, would you be happy with this one here? Would you? Awesome. Yes, please. Perfect. That one is yours. Let me pop him in here for you. Bronnie then, my lovely, I hope you'll be happy with everything as well once it arrives. That's safe up there for you. And again, thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. Okay, and I'm so sorry. I can't stop. I'm so sorry. It's just been such a long week. Give me a moment to have a sip of my tea and then it'll stop. Bronnie, you're very, very welcome. Very welcome, my lovely. Up next this evening is Jutta Lehrman. Jutta, are you here? Good to see me relaxed. Oh, I know, it was a little bit hyper's the wrong word, but yeah, I was a little bit in the last live, wasn't I? Jutta, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let me just have a double checker here for you. Is it 8 openings altogether, Jutta? I've just counted 8, but confirm if that's correct. And if you've got a different number, I will count again. And if 8 is the correct number, what 8 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? 4 Christmas, 4 mystery, 2 normal, 2 expand. 4, 8, 10, 12. 4, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing something? Let me have a look at emails. Just in case you... Oh, hang on. Your name's right at the top there. Hang on. You have loyalty cards. I've just seen an email. It just opened up massively. That's perfect. Okay, so yeah, 8 add 6 is 14. Oh, you're making my brain work. That's that's maths I should be able to do at this time of night. Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Right, okay, so Jitta, so I'm just confirming here that we're doing your cards there. So if I just go back up and pin this comment. So should we start with the Christmas and we'll work our way forward? So we'll do 4, 4, then 2 and 2. If we do 4, 4 and 4 actually. Is that okay? So Christmas oysters first, and then we'll do the mystery, then we'll do the normal and then the expand all together. 14. No, that's fine. 4, 8. I'm very confused. 6. Let me count. So 6. Yes, 14 altogether. 4, 8, 10, 12. So you've got another 2 to pick. Okay, let's go down for the 4. No, let's open up the 4 Christmas. And then you've got another 2 to let me know. Sorry, my lovely. I think I've confused myself there. Let me just get these open. So let's go down. Christmas oyster number 1. Oh, quite a nice sharp pop there. So Christmas oyster number 1, there's your mother of pearl. Now this is the one I think that Bronnie was hoping for, because you have a beautiful sea green from your first oyster. And there's no more in that one. So your first colour out is a sea green. Moving on to oyster number 2. Now this one is a clapper, which just means I don't need to pop him, because he does, if I show you sideways, he has got that opening there. So he does open up beautifully, and there is your mother of pearl. Now in here I can see your pearl right to the side there, and you have a silver bells. So silver bells is a darker silver pearl. And there's no more in that one. So if I dry this up for you, and again I'll just pop him in the sand. So here is your silver bells. Moving on to your next Christmas oyster. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but you can see there's no pearls there. And I can see another little peeper here. So if I just have a squidge in here, and you have another sea green there. Jitta, is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? There's no more in that one. So if I dry him up for you as well. Oh, I remembered what I was going to say now at the start of the live. I'll tell everyone after Jitta's opening. So there is, so we're going almost backwards in the sand because I forget that you guys see, oh, run away, see the mirror image. So I always start on my right. I know you'd see it from this way, that way, wouldn't you? But so we're almost running backwards. So 2 sea greens and a silver bells. Why is that not focusing this time? The camera is on autofocus. Yes, sorry, Lizzie. So what happens is the camera, so at the moment, as you can see, it's very blurred, and I do apologise, that's why I keep moving. So the camera autofocuses itself, but if it didn't autofocus, you'd either be able to see the oyster opening or you'd be able to see the pearls. You wouldn't be able to see both. So if it doesn't autofocus, it would be blurry for you at one of them, whereas with the autofocus, I know, like just then, it just took a moment to do so, but then it does give you that beautiful image when it does focus. Sometimes I can get the angles right straight away. I'm still learning though, because it is a new camera, so I'm trying my very best to learn as quick as I can. Just so moving on to your 4th oyster, which is your Christmas oyster, you have a lighter, softer pop there. And in here, again, there's a little bit of flesh there, but you can see there's no pearls on that side. I can, however, see that you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. Now, these have definitely got some purple in them. I believe that they're 2-tonal purple and silver twins here. So if I just pop them on the board for you. Hopefully I can get this focused. What happened? I had it like perfect at the start of the live. Oh. Oh, bless you, Jenny. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bring it forward and it should. There we go. Okay, so these are twinning silver and purples. So as I move this around, you should be able to see the purple and silver. So can you see this one definitely has got that purple overtone to them. So they're base silver, but with that purple overtone. So that's your first Christmas oysters here. I'm actually going to move these in the sand so they're slightly different, just so we've got room for your other oysters as well, my lovely. And if I pat them down, it means that they won't do a runaway. So here they are. So you've got a oh, I've done it backwards again. So at the top, we'll go from the top down. At the top, you've got your twinning 2-tonal silver purples. You've then got a sea green, a silver bells, and a sea green. Does it like it this way now? No, how about upside down? What did I do differently? At the start of the live, it was focusing beautifully. If I bring this forward, I thought I cracked it, probably jinxed myself. Okay, so we're going to move on to your next ones because you've seen all of those. I was just going to show you them all together. So your next 4 are 4 mysteries. So if I bring you back up and grab the mystery bag here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, I'm just going to get these open. Just so, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? My comments aren't moving. Is that because people aren't talking, or have my comments frozen? Let's go back down for your mystery oyster. So, mystery oyster number 1. You have quite a nice sharp pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. Okay, thank you. People are allowed to be quiet. Yeah, you don't have to chat. It's just I don't want to make sure that I'm not frozen. Okay, so if we have a squidge with your first oyster, my lovely. Oh, you have a lilac purple there. And let me just have a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. So if I dry your first one up for you, I'm going to pop them on the board just to see if we can get that focused slightly quicker here. So there you go. So that's your lilac purple from your first mystery oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, bless you, Marie. You had a softer pop with that one, and there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see a peeper towards this side of the oyster here, and you've got a beautiful bright chocolate bronze there. I'm just going to have a squidge in here as well for you. And there's no more in that one. So here is your beautiful brighter chocolate bronze. Let me look at ready. If we move this one around, look at him, and he's two-tonal with that mottled darker section. He is beautiful. Can you see that? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's made me excited. Sorry, I love the unusual pearls. Moving on to your next oyster, again, mystery oyster. Quite a nice sharp pop again there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see that you are twinning. And you're twinning with icy blue twins there. Again, I'm just having a squidge. And there's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you, I'm going to have to grab some new kitchen towel because it's about to break through, I believe. So I'm just popped your pearls in the sand next to me, and I will hold them up so you can see in just a moment. Okay, so here are your twinning icy blues. Now they do actually look slightly different in size and slightly different in shade as well. This one here is slightly visually larger and lighter. This one's visually darker and slightly more two-tonal as well. Okay, so twinning icy blue twins. And then the last of your mystery oysters, you have a little light pop there. And in here, here's your mother of pearl. And again, I can see a peeper to this side. So if I move it this way around, can you see that there right on the edge? If I pop him out, you have another purple. And I'm just having a squidge in here for you. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so if I hold this up as well. Being a supporter doesn't stop Facebook adverts. No. So being a supporter does give you obviously extra benefits to Pearls of Brecon, but not with the Facebook adverts. I'm afraid you can't stop the Facebook adverts. That is a Facebook thing. I think it's just you can X off them. I think it's just at the bottom, isn't it? So you can just X off it. As far as I know, I believe they're just at the bottom, unless it's like a video playback. Is that right? So Jitter, I'm going to show you. This is your Christmas oysters and your mystery oysters so far. So on this side, you've got your twinning two-tonal silver and purples, sea green, silver bells, sea green. Then you've got your two lighter purples here, both from individual oysters. You've got that two-tonal chocolate bronze, then your twinning icy blues as well. So if we bring you back up, just confirm for me, Jutta, you've got like two normals, two expand the rainbow, and was it another two Christmas? I think I saw you pop that, but just let me know if it was another 2 Christmas. So 2 normal, 2 expand the rainbow, and I'll just open these up while you confirm for me. They make me go small, play an advert over. Oh, do they, Sharon? Oh, I didn't realise they'd make... Oh, no. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this, but it's got some, like, gunk with him. So I didn't realise as I cut it, and I was like, oh no, is it going to be smelly? But I don't think it is. We'll wait and see. 2 Christmas. Don't click on that link, guys. I'm just going to pin that there just so I'll open up your oysters first and then I'll go through those colours, okay? But I've pinned that there so I won't lose it, okay? So let me get these open as well. So I'll open up all of the pearls and then I'll write that down. Perfect. So let's go back down again. We'll do the, I believe, if I'm correct, it's normal, Christmas, expand the rainbow. So we'll do the normal first. Hang on, let me write that down. 1 1. Oh yeah, no, it's down as that. It's down as the key ring. That's not a problem. So, normal oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And in here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with bridal white twins to start with. There's no more in that one. So here is your bridal white twins to start with, my lovely. Then moving on to normal oyster number 2. I was asked you to, sorry, Aaron's just come in a second. I asked you to come in because I thought I had to change the camera angle, but I think it's okay now. So would you get me some kitchen towel instead, please? It's just under Kia's side of the desk. So there's one side. So this is your second normal oyster. And the other side. And in here, I can see that you are twinning for second time, but overall, that's your 4th time. Thank you very much, Bab. So let me dry this up for you. Sorry, I asked Aaron to come in earlier, and he's only just got the message, bless him. So you are actually twinning with snow white twins here. So you've had the bridal white twins and now you've got the snow white twins. So if I just quickly bring these back, you can hopefully see the difference here. Of course, they've got the size difference, but you can see one's more of that bold, brighter colour, and then one is that more of that almost opaque sort of bridal colour. Okay. Moving on to your expand the rainbow oysters. So expand the rainbow oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning again. And you're twinning with icy blue twins. That's for a 2nd time. And again, these are slightly two-tonal here. So let me just pop that over, and then if I pop these on the board so you can have a closer look. Now these look more like the same size, so if I go round you can see they've got that slight lighter and darker area to them. Oh, that one's got more of a lighter area compared to the first. The sand is filling up nicely. I'm just going to have to make some room. So these are the silver twins. So sorry, if I don't make room now, because we've still got another 3 oysters. Then you've got twin, 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 twin. Okay, so your second expand the rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here you've got a beautiful bright candy floss pink, and there's no more in in that one. Sorry, caught the kitchen towel then. And if I dry him up for you, here is your candy floss pink. And then moving on to your last 2 oysters, which are your Christmas oysters again. Okay, so we have a light pop there. And in here we've got a runaway up here already. So as I opened him up, I'm going to move that forward. You've got a lighter white runaway. And I can actually see in here that you have 2, 3 and 4. You are quadding. You're quadding with that Christmas oyster there. And you're quadding with twinning. Oh, no, I keep saying twinning. They're not twinning. They are 2 bridal white twins. No, not twins. 2 bridal white pearls and 2 icy blue pearls. So again, here they are. So with the icy blues, you've got one which is lighter and larger. Then that really bright deep blue is slightly smaller. And then those snow white pearls on the end. Am I going to have enough room in this sand? We'll see. Then moving on to your last oyster, which again is ending with a Christmas oyster. Lights pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. And I can already see, 1 runaway and 2. You are twinning, and you're twinning with berry reds. One red is brighter than the other, just slightly brighter. But again, let me just dry these up for you. You have got so many pearls, Jutta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through what you've written and then just confirm for me if that's still all correct, and then I'll start writing it down if it is correct. But of course you've just had a lot more pearls out, so if you'd like to change it you can do so. These are the reds that have just come out, so you can see one is definitely brighter than the other. So if we can get this to focus, let's go through all of your pearls. I'm going to start at this end. So at the very top here you've got your twinning silvers with that purple overtone, sea green, silver bells, sea green. You've got the light purple, 2-tonal chocolate bronze and another light purple. Now these are twinning blues, twinning bridal whites, twinning snow whites and twinning icy blues, quadding snow whites and icy blues, twinning berry reds and a candy floss pink. Now if you would like to take a screenshot of these, I will hold them at different angles for you so you can do so, and then you can email me across your colour choices, or if you'd like to let me know now, that's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to go start at this end and move across slowly. Would you like me to measure them all for you, Jutta? I'm very happy to do so. If so, I'll start doing it as I'm writing down for each item of jewellery, if that makes sense, because then I can put them in the correct bags. Okay. Ta-da. Perfect. So I'm just going to pop those there, and I'm just going to read what you've popped here. So, order green on the extra luck charm. So is this all still correct? If so, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop it in the correct bags now. So extra luck charm. Okay, so the green on the extra luck charm is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And he goes in here, and I've popped that it's the extra luck charm on there. That way when I sort it out tomorrow, it's the correct pearl. So if we do it this way, I'm definitely not going to get it wrong. Silver bell on I love you. Is that the distance? So your silver bell is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Again, if any of these you'd like to change your mind, just let me know. But if I just do it this way, like I say. Silver bells, I love you. Princess carriage. Candy floss on the princess, please. That's absolutely fine. So he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. Hasn't gone through the 8. He is an 8.5. Okay. Silver purple twins. Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5. Sorry, he's not a runner. He's a runaway. Not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. So they are the same size there, which for earrings is also quite handy. So they are on the earrings. Perfect. Now, long drop earrings, you said sea green. Which colour would you like to swap for that to have a matching sea green? And on the charm, okay, so I've got a few questions for you. I'm just going to finish doing this, and then I've got a few questions. Candy floss, smaller white twins on studs, the bridal whites. So the bridal whites you'd like to be invoiced for studs, which are the smaller ones. I hope that's right. That's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So they're the same size there. They're the smaller bridal whites, and you'd like to be invoiced for those on studs. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Second, earrings. Okay, so we're at the stage, my lovely, where I'm just going to have to go through, and you're going to have to confirm for me, just because I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to bring you up for a second, and I will go back down to measure the rest of them. So the ballet earrings, you'd like the two-tone silver twins. I've got a pendant that you haven't told me yet. The heart earrings. Second earrings change on white. So would you like to swap the white to match the sea green, or would you prefer to have the whites on there? Okay, so that's all fine. Yeah, so I just need to know That's all correct. White on there. Okay. Purple. Let me write that down. And then I also need to know, was it the chocolate bronze that you'd like on the pendant? So you'd like the whites on the earrings. Let me measure those for you. It's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So they're slightly different in size there. Forgot the last item. It is the cone pendant. So you did say you wanted the green on the charm, and then before you said you wanted the bronze on the charm, but there's not another charm. So did you mean the cone pendant, my lovely? However, I'm going to start measuring these through for you. Okay, so your other sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple, number 1, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Purple, number 2, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your two-tonal chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Icy blue twins, number 1, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. Icy blues twin set 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Icy blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So they're the same size there. Berry red's the slightly brighter of the two, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the slightly darker of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're the same size there. Moving on to the quadding colours, the bridal white quad is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Bridal white number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Icy blue from the quad is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the second icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So the brighter red, so just confirm for me, you'd like the brighter red on the cone pendant, is that right? I'm just going to bring you back up, so I've measured them all through, but just confirm again if that's the brighter red on the cone pendant. What I'm then going to do is quickly just run through the colours for you again, just to confirm, and then... Yes, okay, so let me pop your pearls, your other pearls in here, and then I'll run through the colours just so you can confirm if they're correct. And then that'll be perfect. So I've got down for the Ballet Twirls earrings, we've got the two-tonal silvers with the purple overtone. Comb pendant, you've got that brighter red, and the long drop earrings, you've got the white, the second set of white twins, which are the Snow Whites. You'd like to be invoiced for the bridal white twins, which were the smaller ones on stud earrings. That invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. You'd like to have the love pendant with the silver bells, the charm with the sea green, and then the princess carriage you'd like with the candy floss pink. Can you confirm that that is all correct there, my lovely? I'm just going to have a sip of my tea. Hopefully it's okay. It's just okay to drink. No, Jutta, you're very, very welcome. Just confirm that that's all okay. If so, then I've got that all down and that's perfect. Correct? Yes. Okay, perfect. Jutta, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. I've got that all down for you. Like I said, the invoice will get sent through tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. And I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. That's safe up there for you. Christmas mug, yes, we've got Mr. Penguin with his little woolly jumper on. Okay, up next this evening is Linda Dixon. Linda, are you here? Melissa, so basically if you would like to order, you do so on our website, which is pearlswithbrecken.com. The link is in the description above. You then get added on for a live opening. For example, if you ordered tonight, you'd get added on tonight. If not, we're live every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, and you get an email to confirm your opening day. You then obviously pick which oyster you would like. Your pearls come out. If you're happy with them, that's perfect. If you're not, you can swap the colour. I then make those pearls onto the jewellery that you have chosen and send it off to you. Or you don't have to have jewellery, you can have the pearls on their own if you wanted to. So again, it's all on the website. You can, if you wanted to, you can have a look through. That's a brief description on how it works. I hope that makes sense. And Linda, hello, 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 you're here. Let me just pop these bags back over there. Linda, you have 4 openings altogether. Can you have mystery oysters and donate your shells? Of course you can. I was going to tell you what I forgot. I was Emma, I nearly forgot again. So Emma, you may already know, but we're live tomorrow. So that's what I forgot that I was going to tell you. So we're live tomorrow, it's Saturday, and it's our daytime live. So once a month, we're live from 1 p.m. daytime live. There's no oyster openings, and it's like a lucky dip, if you like, with ready-made charms. Now these charms have our mini sparkle dip charms in as well. So lots and lots of crystal charms and normal charms, ready-made with pearls which complement the charms themselves. There's a stick or twist option as well. And yeah, we're live tomorrow. So just wanted to let everyone know that we are live tomorrow. And the order list for that will be hopefully going up first thing in the morning. So Linda, let's go down. Mystery oysters, donating your shells. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? Right, sorry about that. Perfect. So mystery oyster number 1. You have a lighter pop there. And oh, a darker runaway there. I'm fine, thank you, Alison. How are you? So Linda, from your first oyster, there's your mother of pearl. I've just moved that darker pearl forward. I can see, however, straight away you are twinning. And you're twinning with what looks to be dark midnight blue twins there. There's no more in that one. And you're hoping for blues, greens, purples and yellows. Okay, so starting with these beautiful deep midnight blue pearls. I think you'll see that blue more when it's in the sand. They are gorgeous though to start with there. Moving on to mystery oyster number 2. You have a light pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but again, there's no pearls there. And I can actually see we have a darker pearl. Let me have a squidge out. And he's quite a nice larger sized pearl there as well. There's no more in that one. So if I dry him up for you. And with him, he is a 2-tonal chocolate and purple. Almost looks like he's actually got some silver in there as well. So as we go around, he's got that beautiful mottled effect. I'm going to say silver, chocolate and purple, all 3 beautifully mottled in there. Moving on to your next oyster, again, your mystery oyster. Oh, and we have a double pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see in here we have a dark purple. Let me pop him out. And I'm just going to again have a squidge for you. Now he's a dark grape purple there. There's no more in that one. And here he is. So here is your darker grape purple. Oh, if I can just get it to focus. No, it doesn't like me anymore. Let me just try the sand for you. There we go. Okay, so you can see that dark grape purple. So that's this one here I've just added in. You can see your midnight blues and your three-tonal dark pearl there as well. Moving on to your last oyster, which is your mystery oyster. You have a softer pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away that you are twinning. And you're twinning with two different shades of pinks there. Let me just have a squidge. Okay, so there's no more in that one. Let me dry these up for you. So you've got a brighter hot pink and then a lighter candy floss pink as well. They possibly may be slightly different sizes, but that may be just because of the colour. That, oh, it's buried him, that they look slightly different sizes. So I'll measure them at the end for you. Linda, what do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So you've got these twinning midnight blues at the top, this three-tonal chocolate silver and purple. You've got the dark grape purple, then brighter hot pink and candy floss pink as well. Ah, okay, Emma, I shall try. If I run them through the board for you, Linda. Blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So they are slightly different sizes there. The three-tonal pearls, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And your grape purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5. He is a 6. And candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. So they are measuring at different sizes there. Can you swap the pinks? You can indeed. For a yellow and a green. Do you have a preference on the shade of green? Or is any green okay? So there's quite a nice brighter sunshine yellow there. Can I say, is any green okay? So there's the yellow I've added in. A dark green. Now, is this too... Actually, that one's got a slight imperfection. There we go. That one there. Is this one too dark for green? This is a dark olive green. Would you be happy with that one, or... I'm going to pop them on the board actually, just because I think you'll be able to see. Or would you prefer a slightly lighter green? That's lovely. Okay, perfect. So let me bring you back up here. Perfect, Linda. I'm glad you're happy with those. No, there's nothing wrong with the ones with the imperfections. Nothing at all. It's just if I'm swapping in a pearl, I normally try to pick Perfect pal. But no, I don't like. They're still here. They're still in my swap pots. I still keep them. I actually make jewellery with them as well because I quite like them. Sometimes I make it so that the jewellery is set so the imperfection is actually beautifully on show, because it then does make that item completely unique. So yeah, I like them too. Linda, no, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. If you can hear, I've got bells on my chair. It's always fun to move around the office with the bells on. Okay, up next this evening is a mystery person. So hopefully this mystery person is here. So is Sian Thomas. Sian Thomas and your daughter, are you guys here? Yep, if you would like to order, you can be added on for the list for today. That's not a problem. So Melissa, if you have a look at the description, so if you have a look at if you're looking at jewellery, click on that item, then at the bottom, I believe it's at the bottom, maybe at the top, is the description. And in the description, it will tell you how many oyster openings it comes with, or if it doesn't come with one. So then that way you don't buy the oyster on its own. You can buy additional oysters and you can buy the oyster on its own. But if it's with the jewellery, like I say, have a look at the description, and it should say how many openings it comes with. I hope that makes sense. Is it at the bottom? Thank you, Aria. I've been playing with so many websites this week that, yeah, I'm just getting myself mixed up with placements of things. Descriptions at the bottom. Yeah, I thought it was. Oh, dear me. Supporters, you'll know what I'm on about. It's it's completely thrown me. I'm looking for Sian Thomas, and Sian Thomas, are you here? Thank you, Laura. I just needed to get it up and out the way today and off my neck. So if anyone sees Shan, please comment on her comments, because that will bring it forward so I can see. And Shan, if you're here, please type I'm invisible, because again that will bring it forward so I can see, my lovely. So last call for Shan Thomas, and if not, we'll move on. I'm just going to pop some of this on though, just because I've got slightly cracked lips. Thank you, Alison. Thank you. I'm making this all individually. It's taking me a very, very long time to make this ceiling, but I'm making it all individually and getting it sorted. It's a very long process, which is why I don't do it obviously in my working hours, which is why I've only done half of the ceiling. The other half will get done. But it is a labour of love, and I believe it will be staying up because I do love it. Okay, so I haven't seen Shan, so I'll pop them to the side, and I'll possibly call them again. Actually, yeah, I could email them. No, I couldn't. I'll email. Okay, that's fine. So up next then is Stella Taylor. Stella, are you here? Thank you, Aria. Stella Taylor, are you here? Oh, back. Hello. Hello, Linda. Hi, Sophie. Hello, hello, hello. So, Stella, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. That will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else can see Stella Taylor's comment, please comment on that comment, because again it will bring it forward so I can see. Thank you, Sophie. I am going to be doing the rest of the ceiling. I've said it loads of times, but no, I am going to be doing the rest of the ceiling. It's just, yeah, it takes a long time to make, it does. Oh, bless you, Aria. Right, last call then for Stella. So Stella Taylor, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. If not, we'll move on. And then, of course, if she does come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Okay, so I haven't seen her. So up next then is Julie Adams. Julie, are you here? Oh, Marie, bless you. Thank you for the stars there, my lovely. Have you, Charlotte? Oh, I don't think we've had anything Christmassy in that kind of way yet. Aaron's adamant that we can't do anything Christmassy. Not this weekend, but next weekend we're allowed to start. Which is why I like coming into the office, because it's very festive in here. Where is everyone today? Okay, so I'm looking for Julie Adams. Julie, are you here? Again, Julie, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody else sees Julie, please comment on her comment, because that will bring it forward so I can see. Kia, hello. Kia, what do you think to the ceiling? Kia wasn't in today, so she wouldn't have seen how far the ceiling has come. The ceiling will be carrying on again. Obviously, it just ran out of time, so we'll be carrying on. It will go that way. Right, last call for Julie. If not, we'll move on. Did it, Laura? Oh, I'm so jealous. The kids want to put it up. I want to put it up. But Aaron's put his foot down. And I do respect it, because obviously it does completely change the way, or it changes the way we change everything, like our setup when we put the tree up. Needless what? Oh, I know. Right, okay, so I've popped Julie to the side. If she comes on again, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Suzanne Logie. Suzanne, are you here? What's it made of? So, we've got baubles and organza fabric. So I've got the organza. I'm going to tell you the method. You get the organza fabric. I cut it into squares. I then cut out the middle and the four corners holes. Take the top off. You get the bauble. Take the top off the bauble. Put the centre of the organza fabric over the little nubbin at the top. Fold in the four corners, again putting the holes through the top bit. Put the lid of the bauble back on. You then get a hot glue gun and glue around the top of the bauble and push the fabric down so it sticks down, so it has that sort of scrunched up downward effect. So you make loads of those, And then you get a piece of string, not a string, it's like a golden elastaband if you like, and tie the baubles along that. Then you get the Christmas lights and attach those along as well, and then attach them to the ceiling. It's a very, very long labour of love, but I'm loving it. I really, really am. I'll send a picture of it because I don't think you guys can see the full effect. I'll send a picture, but yeah, love it. Right, sorry, where was I? Suzanne Logie. And Suzanne, oh, hello. Sorry, my lovely. I got carried away then. You're here. Hello, hello, hello. So, Suzanne, my lovely, you have 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Photos needed. Yeah, I'll send some photos. I'm very, very proud of it. But like I say, it's not just for Christmas, the ceiling. It will be staying up. And then we'll just change the extras, I believe. As long as it hoovers well. I'll have to dust it often. That's okay, Ellie. It's a long process, but I love it. I really do. Yep. So, Suzanne, which 2 opening, 2 mystery, donate the shells. So, what 2 colours are you hoping for, Suzanne, my lovely? Let me get these open for you. There's 1 and 2. And let's go down. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1. You have a lighter, softer pop there. And in your first oyster, we can see that there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but there's no pearls there. I was wondering about golden colours, but that's probably unlikely. Well, first of all, I can see we've got a darker pearl here. I will say, though, I do have golds in my swap pot next to me again now, though. So if you did have your sort of heart set on that, we can do that swap for you. But we'll see what comes out first, and you can let me know what you think. So you've got this darker pearl here. Let me dry him up for you. Now he is also like a midnight blue. Let me pop him in here and hold him up so you can see. So you have a dark, deep midnight blue there. Then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. You have a lighter pop there. And in here, again, there's a slight bit of flesh on that side, but I can see straight away you are twinning. And you have 1 and 2, twinning with bright, hot pink twins there. And there's no more in that one. So let me just dry these up for you as well, my lovely. And then you can let me know what you think and what you would like to do. So midnight blue and twinning pinks. Now with these pinks, they do actually visually look slightly different in size to each other. I will measure them, of course, or if I move that blue away from them just so you can see the blue there. What do you think to these? And like I say, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And if you have a look at this blue, oh, is he going to focus for me? Oh, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. What do you think, my lovely? What would you like to do? going to pop them there. I'm not sure if it's all coming through, so if anyone does see Suzanne's comment, possibly, if I don't know if you guys can comment on comments yet or not. If you can't, if you wouldn't mind liking her comment, because that may just let Facebook know that it's something that I do want to see, possibly. Oh, can we swap the pinks for golds? You love the midnight blue, but have one already, so you can swap him for a purple. Always get the shade wrong, so might need to check. It's maybe a light, bright purple. Okay, so all of these swap out. First of all, let me just grab your golds, and it is the gold that you'd like on the jewellery, isn't it? Let me see if I've got two the same. There we go, those two are the same size and shape. Not size and shape, size and shade. And then purple, possibly a light, bright purple. I mean, this is a light. These are more slightly more purple. Oh, that's not a nice noise. What am I looking for? This one. Now, is it this shade here? I'll hold. Oh, it squeaked again. The pots are normally nuts. If I hold this up, are those the shades you're looking for? So I've got the two golds there, and then that purple. If I pop them on the board as well, and then I'll move the purple around, because okay, so that's the purple there. He does slightly have that pink-esque sort of shading to him, and the golds are full in colour. I'm just going to bring you back up, but I won't put those in a bag, because if they're not right, I can still swap them. What shade is purple? Could I have them on a hoop? That purple I got out of the violet pot. So the violet purple pot. So if you're happy with that one, that's violet. Okay. And you can have him on a hoop. That's not a problem. Let me write down that you'd like the gold on there. On a hoop fitting. Perfect. That invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay. Suzanne, I hope you're happy with that, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and that's safe up there for you. The golds really are. They're such a good. They're such a really bright, deep shade as well, the golds. They are lovely. Okay, up next this evening is Anne Lewis. Anne, are you here? Suzanne, no, you're very, very welcome. Anne Lewis, are you here? Creamy golds, like a lighter. We do. They're more like almost silvery gold. So we have like two tonal golds, which are almost like a pastel gold, which move. Have I got any? Which have that sort of. I don't have any in here. Two tonal feel to them. I don't think I'm going to have any here next to me to show you. No, I don't think I do. Anne, hello, hello, hello. Anne, my lovely, you have a picky pearl bag. So let me grab this picky pearl. So if I dive in and pull a bag out for you, and then what you'll need to do is you'll need to let me know which 2 pearls you would like to keep. So there'll be 3 pearls in the bag, and then you tell me which 2 pearls you would like to keep. Okay, so we've got these ones here. Let's go down. We have, oh, I'm going to pop them on the board actually, just because you've got a 2-tonal pearl here. So you've got an apple green, a TARDIS blue, and a icy blue. Now your apple green, as you can see here, has got some darker green spots on him. Thank you, Bab. So darker green spots with the apple green. You've then got this TARDIS blue, and then this bright deep icy blue as well. So like I say, I'll need to know which 2 of these you would like to keep, and then the other one will go into the swap pot there. You can have both blues, of course you can, and have them on pin caps. I'll do that for you. The icy blue's not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. TARDIS blue's not a 6, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. So they are both yours. The invoice for the pin caps will get sent through tomorrow for you, Anne, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form as well. Let me write that down. Perfect, and I hope you're happy with that then once it arrives and that's safe up there for you. Up next this evening is Claire Barron. Claire, are you here? Oh, Claire, I do apologise. Anne, that's not a problem. I didn't realise. Claire, if you can bear with me and let me have a look. I didn't realise. What's your email address? Oh, I think I've found you. Yeah, this is you. Okay, Anne, I do apologise. I can see that here. So you've got 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? There we go. One Christmas, 2 mystery, donate the shells. Okay, are there certain colours you're hoping for? So 1 and 2. Let me get these open for you. There's 1 and 2 and a Christmas. Okay, let's go down. I'm going to start with your Christmas oyster here. See what pops out. Okay, Christmas oyster, we have a softer pop there. Ooh, and there is your mother of pearl. Now straight away, oh, you have a runaway, but I can also see a red. So you've got a red and a green, and a green and a red. You are quadding, and quadding with your Christmas oyster with 2 sea greens and 2 berry reds. With the reds, we do have one which is slightly darker than the other. Loving that Christmas oyster there. Look at those very, very Christmassy colours there. Oh, Perfect. Moving on to your mystery oyster. You have a light pop there. Okay, so in here, now there is a little bit of flesh on that side, but there's no pearls there. And I can see down here, actually, we have a peeper, and on this side, and you're twinning. And who asked if we have creamy golden pearls? Because here they are. How bizarre. But you've got twinning pastel gold pearls here. They are absolutely beautiful. Have a look here. Again, let me just get this to focus. What colours could come in the Christmas ones? Christmas colours. So far we've had reds, greens, blues, whites. I think we've had a purple, silvers. So there's the pastel golds. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is a mystery oyster. You have a softer pop here. Oh, and in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a watermelon there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so if I dry this up for you as well, what do you think to all of these, Anne? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I am going to be able to swap them for you. So it's completely up to you what you would like to do. You've got those quadding sea greens ×2 and berry reds ×2. One is brighter than the other. You've got a watermelon, and then you've got those pastel gold twins as well. If I run them through the board for you, the darker red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your slightly brighter red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Sea green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The pastel gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's not a 7.5, he's an 8. And pastel gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well. And what do you think to these? Laura, it was you who asked, and you love the colour. Perfect. So yeah, you can see what I mean. It's almost like a silvery gold, but it's not silver. It is more like a pastel. It's beautiful colour. But I hope you see what I mean. Greens and simple studs, and swap the golds for turquoise blue and smurf blue, pink caps on the others. Now there's definitely going to be a wait on the smurf blue, and it is quite a long wait. I've got quite a few people on that list for the smurf blue, and at the moment we just haven't had any come into our swaps. So if you're happy to wait, I can definitely do that for you, but just confirm for me that you are happy to wait, if that's okay. So I've just added in this blue here. Would you be happy with that one? And I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down for you. So we're going to pink caps and blues as well. Okay, not a problem. So greens on the simple studs, and then the others on there. So if I just have a look, if I get another blue for you, any blue will do. Okay, bless you. What I've actually done is I'm going to show you, I've given you this blue here, and just confirm for me if you're going to be happy with him. So what I've done is I've gone into my two-tonal pot, and I've got you an unusual blue, so you hopefully won't have obviously got a blue like this because it's two-tonal. He's light and really quite bright sky, so he's sky blue and then icy blue, but he's got this beautiful marking to him with how the colours are sitting on the pearl. Would you be happy with that one, Anne? Yes, okay, that one is yours, my lovely. Okay. But yeah, these Smurf blues, I just haven't had any sort of being able to grab for the people who are waiting. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then, my lovely, that invoice will get sent through for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Okay, I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Excuse me. That's safe up there for you, and thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well. Stella, happy birthday, my lovely. Right, up next is Claire Barron. Claire, are you here? Oh, bless you, Melissa. Not a problem at all. And like I say, if you do order, you will get an email to confirm your opening date. If you have a look on the page where we're live from now, on the pinned post, it says all of our opening dates. And in our events section, it's got all of the events of when we'll be doing the live openings. And if you wanted to pick a certain date, you can do so. Just pop it in the additional comments on the website when you order, and then you'll get booked in for that date as well. I hope that makes sense, my lovely. So, Claire Barron, are you here? Lucky Charm pendant, the sparkle dip. Oh, yes, the sparkle dip bag. There's lots and lots in there. Okay, so I'm looking for Claire. If anybody can see Claire Barron, please comment on her comments. That will bring it forward so I can see. And Claire, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. That will bring your comment forward so I can see you as well. Last call for Claire. If not, we'll move on. I don't know what, I don't get a itch right on the end of my nose any other time of the day apart from on the live. Although I suppose I might not notice it throughout the day, possibly. Just when I've got gloves on and don't want to touch my nose, would I notice? This could be my mission for the weekend, to notice if I have an itchy nose or not. Or if it's literally just while I'm on the live. Right, I haven't seen Claire. We're going to move on. If she, like I say, if she comes on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list there. Up next, so Stella Taylor, you are here now, so I can add you back in. Stella Taylor, are you available for your opening? The goodie bags, Bronnie. Ah, see the goodie bags. There's such good stuff in the goodie bags. Yeah. We won't know unless they get picked, I suppose. Yeah. Stella, hello, my lovely. So, shall we do your sparkle dips first? Here it is. So you've got 2 sparkle dips, my lovely. So we'll do them both first. And you've got oyster openings with them. We'll do them afterwards if that's okay. Now I have got your loyalty cards here as well. So sparkle dip number 1. I'm just going to give them a mix to start with. And I'm going to close my eyes, dive in, and let's give these a wiggle for you. I think I've got... Okay, so your first... Oh, just looking, do I have my... Sorry, I've got your first pendant here, but I don't have the chain next to me, so I'm just going to have to hold the pendant. I hope that's okay. So let's go down with your first pendant. Now this is the Raindrop Pendant here. So if I just show you here, now this is a double-sided pendant. So as you can see, this is the Raindrop Pendant. So it's the smaller at the top, goes round, and this is the silver night. So you can see it's like a smoky silver with the darker and the lighter areas. Now on the reverse side of this, you've got that beautiful bright mirrored green and blue. Almost got some purple in there as well, but this on this side it does give that mirrored effect with the crystal. And then you've got that darker smoky crystal at the front here. Now if you're happy with this one, Stella, you can stick. Or if you're not happy, you can risk it and twist it, my lovely. So it's going to be completely up to you what you would like to do. Stick with that one. Perfect. That's your first one there. So if I bring you back up again, you've actually got another one. So with this one, you're going to be able to stick or twist again. So again, I'm just going to give them a mix to start with. And then if I dive in, and I'm going to grab a big pinch, and then let's give these, oh, I felt one fall out. Give these a wiggle. Oh, okay, so thank you. We have this one here. Now this is a Baguette Pendant. Let's go down. Now this is one of the smaller Baguette pendants, but this is the subtle colour one. So this is, if we get him focused, you can see this is a very light silver. You're going to be able to see other colours in there, which are just mirroring back what it, not mirroring, but reflecting back what it can see. It is a very light silver. On the reverse side, you do have that light silver mirror effect. So that's the mirror there, but on the front side, you've got that light silver crystal. Now again, if you're happy with this one, Stella, that's perfect. You can stick. If you're not happy, you can risk it and twist it, my lovely. What would you like to do? So again, mirror effect on the back. And crystal on the front. Oh, bless you. Of course you can. So twisting, that goes back in here. That will stay out of the bag until after your twist, where it will then get added back into the bag. So again, I'm just going to give them a mix to start with. And then if I dive in for you, and I've got a huge pinch here. Oh, I think that one, by the sound of it, just landed in the sand. Let's hope it didn't spread the sand everywhere. Okay, we have, it did land in the sand, but no, it didn't spray it everywhere. So we have this one here. So let's go back down for this one. Now you have the dragon egg. Now this is a clear crystal dragon egg pendant here. Now hopefully, I'm actually going to hold it behind on my glove, just because it has this opaque section in the centre there, which gives it that dragon egg feel to it, if that makes sense. So you've got, this is also double-sided, so you've got the clear crystal on this side, and on the reverse side it has that slight slight difference, but again it is the clear crystal there. Stella, I hope you're happy with that one as well. So I'm just going to bring you back up, and you do have the 2 openings with that. You've also got your 3, is it? Yeah, your 3 openings as well, which is 5 openings altogether. So shall we do your 5 oyster openings altogether, and then you can then choose if you would like to have pearls on the jewellery, we can then do that for you, or if you prefer to have them loose with no pearls, I can do that as well. So it's completely up to you what you'd like to do. Which 5 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? The blue snowflake type. Yeah, that is in the bag. It's that actually comes in different shades as well, the snowflake one. I think that one's on the website individually, or it used to be. I can't remember if it's on there. Okay, so 2 Christmas, 3 mystery. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3. So that's 2 Christmas, 3 mystery. Let me get these open for you. 1, 2 and 3, and then 1 and 2. Perfect. So let's go down. We'll do your Christmas oysters first, if that's okay. Christmas oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. Let me get him open for you. So in here, there is your mother of pearl. And I can actually see in here that we have a slight peeper here. If I pop that out, you have a silver bells to start with. And I'm just having a squidge, and there's no more in that one. So you have a silver bells to start with there. Let me pop him in the sand so you can have a closer look. Moving on to Christmas oyster number 2. Again, we have a lighter pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. And in here, you are twinning with 2-tonal blue pearls here. Now there's no more in that one. Now these are very 2-tonal, quite different kinds of two-tonal as well. I'm actually going to pop them on the board for you and then go through each pearl. So if we get this to focus, so pearl number 1 is quite bright, but it's got these beautiful lighter markings and a few darker spots to him as well. Pearl number 2 is quite light with these quite dark, deep spots, but again slightly two-tonal in areas as well as the dark spots. So beautiful two-tonal twins there. Moving on to your mystery oysters. So mystery oyster number 1, we have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see that you've got 2 pearls here, 3 and 4, you are quadding. And there's no more in that one. You are quadding, my lovely, with that mystery oyster there. So again, I'm just going to dry him up for you. And you have a icy blue, a TARDIS blue, a autumn peach and a bright pink. Nope. Doesn't want to focus. Let me try again. There we go. Icy blue, TARDIS blue, autumn peach and bright pink. Moving on to your next mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. There is your mother of pearl. And in here you are twinning. 1 and 2. You're twinning with darker twins there. And there's no more in that one. So let me just dry these up for you. Now these look like they are darker. They're darker chocolate, but they've got this beautiful purple overtone to them. I'm hoping you can see that there. So dark chocolate and purple. And then moving on to your last oyster, Stella. So you have a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here you have a lighter purple. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so let me go through all of these for you. Now, are you thinking pearls on or off of the jewellery? And if so, would you like to see all of them or only a few of the colours next to the pendants? Or, of course, if you're not happy with these colours, I can swap them for you. So it's going to be completely up to you what you'd like to do. And then just, yeah, let me know and we'll go through them, my lovely. So starting, so you've got those darker twinning chocolate purples. You've got a light purple. Then you're quadding icy blue, TARDIS blue, light autumn peach, and then that bright pink. Then you've got the silver bells and twinning two-tonal icy blues as well. What do you think, Stella, and what would you like to do? Silver bells is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, here's a 7. Two-tonal icy blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And twin number 2 from the two-tonal icy blues is a runaway. And he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Icy blue quadding oyster is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Your TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And your autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. Your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Twinning chocolate purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Sorry, he is a 7. Pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're the same size there. And then your lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Okay, pearls loose, not on the pendants. That's absolutely fine. Let me write that down for you though. And you're happy with all the colours there, my lovely? If I pop these safely in here for you. And no, you're very, very welcome, Stella. I hope you're happy with them. And a big happy birthday from us as well. I know I said it a moment ago, but happy birthday. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, my lovely. I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. No, you're very, very welcome, Stella. That's not a problem at all. Right, just having a look. I believe that's actually brought us to the end of our order list for today. How long? Oh, we've been live a couple of hours. So we're going to be live again tomorrow afternoon at around 1 p.m. We'll be starting the live. Our Saturday lives are not a long live, normally an hour or so. So if you'd like to join us, I'll see you then. If not, our normal oyster opening lives will be on Sunday evening. Start the live around 7:30 GMT. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.